Hello everybody, this is Rita Holmes, independent demonstrator with Stampin' Up, and I'm telling you what, the camera looks like it's weird. Oh well. Anyway, I'm Rita Holmes, and I'm an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator from Hamilton, Ohio, and I'm here to bring you my Simply Saturday video, and it's video number 28. So 28 weeks we've been doing these easy videos, and easy videos get harder and harder for me sometimes. So anyway, I'm here to do that. I just want to tell you that Stampin' Up's getting ready to bring out their new catalog. Next week we start our new rewards program, and that will be where everybody, demonstrators, customers, everybody earns rewards. And you don't have to have a $150 order, you only have to have a $20 order. And and they are rewards coupons you get to keep. You can build them up and save them. All you got to do is go to Stampin' Up and open up an online account, and make sure that you put it under your demonstrator that you order from, so that they will get credit when you order, and that you can save up those rewards. So like if you wanted something big, just save them up and save them up until you get enough to get something that you can just gift yourself with from the rewards of stuff that you've ordered. But anyway, that's coming next week, so that'll be more, you'll see more and more talk about that. You can still order now. We got orders all week, and I am giving away a stamp kit if you order $40 or more from me before tax and shipping this month through the end of April, I will send you a kit to make 4 cards. You get everything in the kit to make the cards except for the stamping. But the stamping I did on the kit is just sentiments, so you could use anything that you had at home for those. So it makes it for an easy kit, and it's just showing my appreciation for you ordering from me. Okay, so my card today is really easy. I got 4 samples to show you. We're going to make 2. I'll show you how I cut my DSP to do this, and I hope you enjoy it. In fact, I did this card earlier today, and then I was on Facebook and I was looking at some reels and stuff, and somebody was doing the exact same card, and I thought, daggone, I hadn't seen this card. I've done this card, but I hadn't seen it done in a long time, and I was doing it. Here comes up a reel. Isn't that funny? You think that you're doing something that nobody has seen in a while, and it's all over Facebook or all over the internet somewhere. So anyway, you might have seen this card, but I'm going to do it. I'm going to show you how I cut it so that you can see that you've got even spaces to put your sentiments and stuff in. So let me turn the camera around. See if it looks crazy when we get to the bottom. So anyway, let's go down, and I'm going to push there we go, here we go, we're down. And so I'm going to show you these cards. My monitor is sitting crooked. Geez, everything's crooked. Cracks me up though. So let me make that bigger so I can see myself and see all my little dots of my lights. So anyway, here's my card. So I have like this one this is the new paper that we have that's coming out called Beautiful Gallery, I think, or something like that. It'll be out in the May catalog. And this is one out of the same group as this. So that's more of a manly card. I love the trees. So that's how I did this one. And I had the saying kind of really pop out of the card. So I did that. And then on the inside, I just have a piece of the DSP. And the same with this one, and you notice I have a wider area in here than here, and I'm going to show you how to do that, okay? So with that being said, there's my inside. I'm just putting a piece of DSP or something. I don't think I haven't finished the inside of these two cards. These were the first two I made because this is retired paper, and I wanted to I was playing around with it to make sure I got my measurements right and stuff, because I wasn't for sure what I was doing and I couldn't remember. So there's two cards I made with that, and I will finish the inside doing the same thing. I'll put a piece of cardstock with a piece of the DSP around it, and as you can see, I use different embellishments on all of them, so it really just depends on what you're doing. So we are going to do these cards real quick, and all you need for each card is 2 pieces of white, 5 1/4 by 4, a piece of DSP. This is 6 by 6, and this is out of Lily Pond Lane, which is leaving us. And I love these flowers, so I'm going to use the flowers. And then I got a piece of Pretty Peacock that's 5 1/2 by 8 1/2, scored at 4 1/4 for my card base. So I'm going to go ahead and fold this. And then I'm going to put my 2 pieces of white with it. And we're going to cut this up so I can show you what to do with it. And I'm also going to make a card out of, this is Lemon Lime Twist, with 2 pieces of 5 1/4 by 4, same size card base. And then this is a piece out of Thoughtful Journey. No, this is Full of Life, the Full of Life paper. I love this color and stuff. So we're going to be using this. I'm going to cut one with a thin line. I think I got a stamp here. Nope, I'm probably going to cut them both with a thicker line because the stamps I got out. But I'll tell you the measurements for the thin line also. So let's go ahead and fold this card base so it doesn't take up as much room. I don't use this Lemon Lime Twist too much. It's a pretty bright color, if you ask me. So let's just lay all of that to the side, get that out of the way, and bring this in. These are my dimensionals we're going to be using. I had to open up a new pack. So here is my cutter. Now when you're going to cut this, this is 5 1/4 by 4. So I want the sides to be 3 3/4, you know, so I can have my borders. But this is going to be cut smaller because I want to leave a space in here. So what we're going to do with this piece of paper, we're going to cut it by 4. Am I going to cut it by 4? I think 4. Yeah, because I cut the other one at 4 1/2. We're going to do 4. You leave my paper alone. I have a helper tonight. Do you see a paw? I see a paw. I'm going to move my cards. Okay, we're going to cut this at 4. And then I'm going to turn it, and I'm going to cut it at 3 3/4. So I'll make sure I got that right. So that's 3 3/4 by 4. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my piece of paper. That's my 3 3/4, so it's going to go down here. No measurements. You do not have to measure. You're going to drop your left hand side of your DSP down. And the reason being, if you don't put this down, you go the other way, then on your card, instead of this look like it's going uphill, it's going to go downhill. Okay? So, and I'll show you what I mean in just a second. So I'm not really measuring anything. I just want it to, this down towards the left, and I don't want this on the corner. I want it down a little bit. So that looks good to me, and I'll just slice it. So that gives me 2 pieces, and they will go like so. And then I have this space in here that I can stamp. Now, what I told you about the downside, if I turned this over and did it this way, you can do it either way. I like it going up, then this goes down instead of up. So see the difference? Here's the card made. See the difference? So I like this going this way. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take this one, and I think what we can do with it, let me see how this stamp fits in here. Okay. We're going to try this. I'm going to take and I'm going to cut this again at, I'm going to do it this way and cut off. I'm going to go 4 inches. No. I did 4.5 on that other one. Or did I do 4? Look, I'm confusing myself. I did it at 4. So what I'm gonna, and I did the other one at 4.5. So I'm gonna bring this one in at 4 1/4. We're going to do it as we're gonna cut it. Then I'm gonna bring it this way, and I'm still gonna do my 3 3/4. Okay. And so I'm going to bring this down, and I'm just going to cut. Let me turn this back over. Let's move this out of the way because we're done with it. Well, I'll have to cut a piece for the inside in a minute. But I want to show you, because I cut that one at 4. This one's at 4 1/4, so I'm going to have a smaller area in here. So see, it depends on how you cut that. And then this one, I cut it at 4 1/2. So see how small that one is? And then we have this one and this one. So you can play around with that, with what you want to stamp in there. But all you have to do with this after you get that far is just go ahead and glue. Just go ahead and glue. Well, come on, if I can get my glue. My glue's asleep. Because it is Friday night. It is late. You know me. I don't have to have this done till 10:30 in the morning, you know, so I think I have all day. I love these little water lilies. There we go. Now it's wanting to come out. There we go. We woke it up. Woke that up. So I just want to try to get this a little bit even with what we did at the top. And lay that down. So there's that one. Let's glue this one. I really like this paper done like this. I didn't get my inks out because I didn't know what color I wanted to use as far as inks were concerned. I don't want to use the Lemon Lime Twist because that's such a lighter color. I think I'm going to use the Shaded Spruce. That's the other color on here, this really dark green. Or I could use Garden Green. Either one of them. Oh, whoops. There we go. Let's get that all down good. So now what I'm going to do is go ahead and I'm going to stamp these. Make sure I got glue right there at the edge. And I did not right there at the little edge of this. Whoops. Moxie decided to turn around. Moxie, sorry if we're bothering you. Moxie runs when she sees me. I'm going to video. Something about being up here on the table when I do this. She loves it. There we go. I have a Band-Aid on my finger. If you see it shiny, it's not glue. It's my Band-Aid. I was doing this. I was washing a knife. I had a knife in this hand, and I had the sponge thing in this hand. I was kind of like scrubbing on that knife, and the sponge slipped, and the knife kind of went up and came down and just sliced my finger right there. It is pretty darn sore. Let me get some ink out. So I think I'm going to use that shaded spruce on this one and the pretty peacock on that. And I got 2 stamps out that I wanted to use. So let's hope this will fit in here. And look at that. Oh my goodness. It fit. I didn't know if it would fit for me or not when I cut that shorter, but I wanted to try it just to show you. You can play around with these, and that's what's fun, is playing around with them. So let's open this one, and this is shaded spruce. And when you're using a photopolymer stamp, you can see that turn dark, so you know that you have your stamp colored. So I'm just going to lay that in there. And since that's long, I'm going to rub my finger along it. My Band-Aid doesn't want to rub it. And there we go. We have that inside. So let me move some of my stuff so that I can have a little bit of room here. Get the ink off my stamp. There we go. So that says crafted with you in mind, which I really, really like that saying. And, you know, just send it to a friend that likes your cards or whatever. So let's go ahead and put this on the card base. Let's close this ink pad, because I will probably be the one getting in it. So let's go ahead and put this on this. We're going to put that on dimensionals. I forgot. So let's go ahead. I got a whole new little pack here. So I can just, it's always hard getting them started too. So once you get a line of them out, then you can do whatever. Okay. So let's go ahead and put this on. I love making cards. How about you guys? I bet I spend sometimes 8-10 hours a day down here in my basement. It's a good thing my husband's nice about all that. So there's the front of the card. And we'll do the inside in a second. We're going to lay that up there. We're going to bring this in. And I'm going to use this pattern of friendship. And I'm going to use friends are the family you choose for yourself. Isn't that a cute saying? I like that saying too. And I like these cards because you can put these long sayings right in the center of them. And they work good. We're going to use Pretty Peacock. I used an ink pad a while ago, and it was one of the new ones, and it was so juicy. Oh my goodness. I was like, really? Okay, so here we go with it. So I'm gonna just, oh, that wasn't inked good on that side, so glad I noticed. There we go. So I'm just gonna stick that right in there. There again, I'm going to rub my finger. I'm not going to rub the one with the Band-Aid. It didn't want to move really good. There we go. So let's close that ink pad. Put this on the card. So aren't those quick cards and fun? And guess what? It's what Well, I'll go ahead and glue this one down. I glued a couple other ones down because I didn't. And they look fine too. You can do them either way. There we go. So, and that one's just glued straight. So let's bring in our 2 pieces of cardstock. Move the stamp out of the way. And we'll embellish, and we'll put a little bit of the DSP inside to kind of brighten up the inside of that. So let's do that. We're going to move those over. I am going to cut a piece of this. I'm going to cut a 1/2 inch piece. And then I'll cut that to 4 inches to fit. Don't need that little piece, but I'll save this. And I'm going to take, I wanted all the colors, so I think I'm going to just take this and put it at a 1/2 inch. And I'll do that one a little differently. So let's get that out of the way. We don't need that. Move that out of the way. Bring these in. So I'm going to put my 4 inch piece down here. And I'm just going to leave a little bit of border at the bottom. Then we'll go ahead and glue this in. I like to bring the outside of my card to the inside. How about you guys? Do you like to do that? I also want to tell you, don't forget to comment whatever platform you're watching this on. Do comment, because I go back and check the comments, and then everybody commented, I put their name in for a drawing and send cards out. Haven't been telling who they are so that everybody gets a surprise. So I had some cards, I hadn't done it for the last couple weeks, and I went ahead and sent them out. And I'm just going to put this piece right over here on the side. I'll just kind of center it there the best I can. I've turned this way to do that. And that looks pretty good. Looks good enough. So let's put that one in here. Whoops. Now all we're going to do is decorate. So let's bring in this one first. I have some sequins, and of course we're not, so far in our new catalog, there is no sequin embellishments, which makes me kind of sad because I do like the sequins. I think I'm going to use some of these pink. I think they'll be pretty on here. Even if they're not the exact same shade, they look pretty. Well, he didn't want to come off. So there we go with that. There's that one. Let's bring this one in. And I'm going to put something different on it. So let's open these up, because we have some, the paper's torn back there and I can't get it off. There we go. I think I'm going to use maybe the pink. Like the pink. Chase this all over the place, because there we go. We'll do a little one with it. Another big one over here. So there we go with that one. So there's the cards with a little bit of embellishments on it. So these are the two we just did, and then I have the 4 that I made just playing. Of course, I got to put something in the inside of those two, and I think I want to do that when we get done here. So what does everybody think? Let's bring these in. They're not being seen over there. There we go. So there we go. With, oh, I slid that and I thought the top came off. So there we go. This one is just glued on like this one and this one. Evidently, I glued 3 of them down and did 3 of them with dimensionals on them. So how about that? There we go. So what do y'all think? I hope you like them. I hope you try them. And like you see, there's like, actually, here's the graduating sizes as far as, this is cut 4.5 by 3 3/4 and then sliced at a diagonal. This one's cut 4 1/4 by 3 3/4, and you get a little bit bigger area. And this one is cut 4 by 3 3/4, and there you get a bigger area. So the more you cut off of your paper, just remember to cut them at 3 3/4 if you're going to use a 5 1/4 by 4 inch mat. And so you have the edge at your 3 3/4 over here, and then you can play with whatever you want to cut in there. And you can decorate different ways. I like just putting my saying on the inside and keeping it simple. So that gives you a lot of different cards that you can do. And that. So I hope you liked it. Remember to make a comment in your comments, whether you're on Facebook or on YouTube. And also on my Facebook group, Stamp Crazy VIP, you can get a PDF. I don't have it made, actually. I'm going to have it made, and I'm going to have it up on that site by 10:30 tomorrow morning. So it doesn't take me but a few minutes to do that. So we're going to do that, and I will give away one of these cards to somebody. I'll put all the names that post into my little wheel of names. It's a little spinner thing that I do on the internet, and I will pick a winner for that. So that's all I have for you. I do not have a host code anymore, so we don't have to worry about that. That's gone. And our site will be down Monday, and we'll come back up on Tuesday. So you won't be able to do anything like if you're planning on like, oh, I want to place my order on Monday. Well, Monday it's going to be, the site's going to be down. So you're not going to want to do that then. So everything's changing, but it's changing for the good. So that's what we're going to look for and hopefully get done. So you guys have a great day, and I will see you again. I'll be live on Tuesday on my Facebook group, Stamp Crazy VIP, my my business page, Stamp Crazy by Rita Holmes, and then at some point during the day, I'll make a YouTube video and have that up on YouTube. So that's all I have for you, you guys. You have a great weekend, and stay safe, and be creative if you can. Okay, see you later. Bye.